What's up, guys? Welcome to Duck Down Gaming. My name is Wigsplit, your neighborhood skull crusher. The game that you see before you is Evil Within. It's a game that I had a lot of fun playing, and I'm still currently playing right now. I haven't beat it yet. It's a very difficult game. This happens to be like chapter 8 or 9, and this was a really cool part of the game that I enjoyed. I was really happy to be able to record this part for you. It had a nice little gory ending, so if you stick around at the end, you'll see something with a little bit of extra flavor. Now, I'm not going to be talking too much about the gameplay because that's not what I'm here for. This being a brand new channel, I'd like to tell you what we're all about and give you a little background information on me. Now, I'm 29 years old. I was born and raised in the desert, Arizona and New Mexico. It's just where I live and where I intend to stay. One of my most enjoyable places I've been. Been all around this country. Can't say that there's any other place better for me than the desert. Anybody else out there in the desert representing? Keep it real, son. Now, my gaming background goes really, really far back. Man, as far as I can remember, I remember my dad having a nice beast Atari, playing those little racing games and shit, where it was just moving a little thing, moving that little dial around, and you were just driving that car around, and you'd always go on the off-road and crash. Yeah, that was me. Skip forward a little bit. I've had the regular Nintendo. I remember playing like Mike Tyson's Punch Out, even Super Mario 3 at the little foxtail. Man, I love those games. But that's not just it. The original PlayStation was probably the most monumental time for my gaming life. That's when I experienced Resident Evil 1, and that game literally changed my life. Uh, I was literally about 10, 11, 12 years old. This really intense horror game. That game scared the shit out of me as a little kid. It was so monumental and just something totally different than what I've played my whole life. Can't stop raving about how great that game is. If you went through your childhood and you're an adult now and you never got to play that, you just don't know what you missed, man. I do know recently they released a remastered version, and while I haven't got it yet, I intend to get it just for nostalgic purposes alone. Now, that wasn't the only monumental game I played on PlayStation. There was this game called Age, Odyssey, and Exodus. It really introduced me to, one, a great, unique franchise being The Odd World. Those games were just so fun to play and were such a little mind fuck with the types of puzzles you had to do that I couldn't stop playing them. I loved them to death, and I wish they still released those consistently. Now, after the PlayStation, I stopped getting PlayStation games and I went straight to the Xbox, knowing that it not only was Microsoft, but the Oddworld franchises released. I believe it was only on the original Xbox was an Oddworld game. So ever since that, I just stuck with the Xbox, and that's where I am today. I've had the Xbox original to the 360, which I played its entire lifetime from when it first came out to right when I got the Xbox One. I don't really play the 360 anymore because now I got the Xbox One. And, once you get the Xbox One, you really don't have much reason to play the 360 anymore. Games I do like to play today are definitely going to be first person shooters and survival horror still to this day. As you see, I'm playing this Evil Within on Xbox One, going around blasting zombies in the head. I don't even know if those are zombies, they're just like crazy asylum maniacs. Now, I don't only like first person shooters and survival horrors, I do like everything. I like 1v1 and people. I do love sports games, but with the whole EA owning Madden stuff, it's just I kind of haven't been playing those much for the past few years. I used to get every Madden every single year just to get updated roster, and I was just, I was one of those guys. But as I got older, I stopped doing that. I haven't bought a new Madden since Madden 12, and I honestly don't really intend to buy any more until another company makes a football game. But from my understanding, EA is the only one that has rights to the NFL. So what the fuck are you gonna do? Well, what I'm gonna do is not buy it. Now, where I get my 1v1 now is fighting games. I never really got into fighting games much. Throughout my childhood, I have always played Mortal Kombat, but I never really got competitive into it. It was just, button mashing the whole time. Well, once Injustice came out, because I'm a big comic nerd and superhero freak, I checked it out, and man, I really, really got into Injustice. I felt like it was such a strong game. I literally got so competitive into it, just learning combos, learning frame rate, learning how to counter, learning which characters do what the best. I just got so into that. I played that for well, at least 2 years. And now I'm really excited for Mortal Kombat 10 coming out. MKX, man, seeing those new characters, I'm so stoked for it. So as soon as that comes out, expect for me to be playing that a lot. I'm putting up a lot of footage, telling you what I learned, what I like. But that's not all I'm excited for. I'm also really excited for the new Battlefield Hardline. Honestly, man, when that comes out, expect to see me in the air in a chopper, chopping hoes up, because I'm really strong in the air. I'm not going to say I'm the best pilot in the world, because I'm definitely not. There's definitely a lot better pilots than me, but I am really strong. I do work, and I also have a really strong gunner. So me and my boy, we'll be doing work. I'll be putting up montages. Now that gets to where I'm going with what I'm going to be doing with this channel. I mean, not just montages. I'll be doing highlights. I do like to fuck around and troll around with my boys, so expect to see little funny moment troll collages and montages and whatnot. On top of that, I play a lot of games in general, whether it's RPGs, to campaigns, to puzzles. So expect, my own little personal game reviews. Expect to see walkthroughs. Expect to see let's plays, possibly speed runs. I've honestly never done a speed run before, so I'm not gonna say I will do that, but I will say I will try. Maybe even just try to stream that. Who knows? But that's what I'm gonna do with the channel. A lot of good fun stuff. I even have a plan to possibly where I can interview someone on a consistent basis, but who knows? Yeah. I hope you guys like the video. I hope you guys want to stick around and see what happens with the channel, because I got a lot of good things planned.